kitchen. I'm Christy Martinez-Williams. Look who's here. Joseph Martinez-Williams. I am making chili, but it's a high protein, low carb chili. So it does not have normal beans. It has other beans. It has low carb beans. And it doesn't have all the things that normal chili has because it's not high carb chili. It's low carb chili. So I have 2 pounds of ground beef, and I have 1 onion that is already diced, and I have 8 cups of water, which I'm going to start to boil. So with my water, I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of avocado oil. Tell me where you're watching from. Tell me if you like chili, put like it. If you don't like it, put leave it. Even if you don't like it, you might want to try it. Make sure you like, share, heart the video because it is going to be one for you to save. And it is chilly here today. Ha! Chilly for chili, pun intended. It is chilly today. Hi, Anna. It's chilly today, so I'm making chili because it's the second day that we're back, and it was 40 something this morning, and it was not very exciting for me to be in 40-degree weather. But I was okay. Now I'm gonna break up this 2 pounds of ground beef, and my onion that's diced is frozen, so I need to break that up in a moment. And I'm gonna add some spices. But while that's starting to cook and break up, I'm going to wait till I can get my onion to break. I'm going to add some things to my water. So for this, the girls already helped me. We have 2 to 3 cups of, what is this called? Celery. 2 to 3 cups of celery that we're going to put in our water. And then we have 1 chopped green pepper, 1 chopped green pepper. And then we have 1 can of 14.5 ounces of drained diced tomatoes. Better if you have the kind that doesn't have salt. It says like no salt added. And then I have 20 ounces of green beans. Frozen green beans. You can use not frozen. 20 ounces, or you can use 24 ounces depending on what your bag is or what your quantity is. So I'm going to let that start to get boiling here while this starts to cook. And I am limited on time before our walk tonight. The sun has set earlier every night, so I want to walk one more time in the evening with my group, and that means that I have to start cooking a little bit earlier so that we're not eating that much later. All right, this is still very much frozen. So I'm gonna start adding a couple of things, spices to my meat. So I'm going to add a 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper to my meat. 1/2 teaspoon of black pepper. And then I'm going to add 1.5 teaspoons of pink salt to my meat. So it's a whole tablespoon that I'm gonna use in total of pink salt. So I'm gonna use 1/2 of it on the meat and then put the other 1/2 into the water for the chili. So tell me where you're watching from, and if you like chili, put like it in the comments. If you don't like it, leave it in the comments. And this is a different type of chili. It is a high protein, low carb chili, but it's gonna taste amazing. All right, now we're going to add a couple of other ingredients, 1 to the water and 1 to the chili. So to the water, I'm putting 1 teaspoon of oregano, and to the water and the chili, I'm putting garlic powder, or you can use minced garlic. For garlic powder, we're using 1/2 teaspoon in our 1/2 teaspoon in the meat, and 1/2 teaspoon in the water. And if you're using minced garlic, put a 1/2 tablespoon of minced garlic with the meat and 1/2 tablespoon in the water. We're just putting 1/2 and 1/2. those are almost all our spices. Now the rest of the spice is gonna go in the water, which is a 1/4 cup of chili powder. It's a lot of chili powder, but it's gonna be amazing. So now we're going to get this cooking, and my water has not started to boil yet, but I'm gonna mix it in a moment with the with everything that's in there. And I am going, oh, I almost can break through my frozen, what do you call it? Frozen onion.
Let me get off the chips.
And we're gonna add some cheddar cheese to our chili at the end. Tell me if you would add cheddar or not to yours, or cheese at all to chili when you serve yours. And for my husband and I will add extra cayenne pepper to our serving. And now I'm going, oh, I see why it's not cooking. Look at this. Look what I did. That's why it is not starting to boil whatsoever. So here it is, not having moved anywhere. And I'm going to put 2 tablespoons of allulose monk fruit. No, silent, por favor.
I know.
Allulose monk fruit. And mix that with my meat. And that'll mix with all the rest of the chili too. So, I have done that before. Turned on the wrong burner. So this needs to be completely browned before I add it to my water. And my water needs to start boiling, which it might have if I had turned on the right burner. All right, so let me mix my spices in here and mix it around with all my veggies. And then I will, once that gets boiling and once this is done, then I'm gonna be adding this to that. Tell me where you're watching from. If you like chili, put like it in the comments. If you don't like chili, leave it in the comments. And this chili will keep you satiated. It has healthy fat. You could eat it with any of my tortillas, any of my breads, and you could also just eat it by itself or my crackers. So many options. We are just gonna eat it by itself tonight. I don't have anything else made, and I'm not making anything else. But this will be plenty. The girls always, I don't know, they're against soup, so they just eat the whatever's in the soup. They have me drain the broth from their soup. I think they just don't like how long it takes to eat it. All right, now it's almost there. We're almost there. I'm looking around to make sure that there's no more ingredients that I missed, and there's not. So we're ready to go. And now all we need to do is have you see it, the last step. But then once it is cooked, once all this is cooked and I'm adding this to my soup, then all we have to do is let it boil. And then it'll be ready when the celery is soft. That will be your determinant of if it's ready, is if your celery is soft, like a noodle soft. Unless you like to crunch it, but I do not in my soup. So when the celery is soft, that is when you will know that your soup is done. So that's gonna take like 15 to 20 minutes. But if this was already boiling prior to me adding this, then I probably would only have to cook it for like 15 minutes because this is cooking at the same time and using some time that will already have been boiling. So that's really helpful, and it actually won't take that long to make this whole thing. The girls helped cut all we had to do was cut the onion, which I already had cut. It was in the freezer. Drained the tomatoes and cut the just cut the green pepper and cut the onion. That's it. Oh, cut the celery. I couldn't remember which other one. I'm gonna dump all of this in there. There's still some pink parts, so I'm gonna keep going, but I'm going to, whatever water, grease is still in this pan is going with it into the soup pot. It is a beautiful night, actually. Oh, it's windy, actually, but that's okay. It's still really pretty. It is It's a beautiful day. And I think that it's like 60s here. What's it like where you live? I know here when we came back, the leaves were have already started to turn, and fall has come. It's upon us. And so our mornings start really cold, and then our afternoons only get so hot. All right, this is almost there. I barely see some pink now. And our other pot has not yet started boiling. So this is the end of it. Chili, if you like chili, tag someone, share this video so that more people in the world can know that they can make amazing food that is delicious, satiating, that has lots of flavor, that the whole family will enjoy, and that's simple and easy, fast to make. So here we go. I'm ready to dump this into the other pot. Hopefully there's room. I think there will be. So let's see if I can turn this here. I might have to spoon it for a second so that I don't make a big drop like that. All right, almost done. We're almost ready to do it by itself. All right, now I can do this. Try these around. All right, now it is ready to go. Now it's just got to cook in here with all the extra spices. It did have enough room in here, but good thing, because it started out with the water like down here, but now it's all the way here. So that is it. From my house to your kitchen, global flavors and healthy plates from around the world. Have a great night. Bye.